Well, we can bring you some more on the German perspective now. I'm joined by Florian Plettenberg from Sky Germany, who's the Bayern Munich reporter, covers the club inside and out. Florian, I've got to ask you, first of all, we've seen training today. We saw Sadio Mane, we saw Leroy Sane on the training pitch. I was watching for the body language between the two. They didn't seem to talk. What did you see?
I have seen that Thomas Tuchel have separated them. So I have expected that, honestly. But it was a big topic here in the last couple of days, but it's not a topic for now. Both players have said sorry in front of the team, and both players have to be focused on the match tomorrow, because it's the most important match for the club for this season and for the perspective in the future. So it was a shock always for me, also for me as a reporter. I didn't expect that behavior from Sadio Mane. But yeah, you could have also seen Eric-Maxim Choupo-Moting. He was back in the training today. So I expect Choupo-Moting to start. And I expect in that case, as a consequence, that Mane will sit again on the bench tomorrow.
I'll ask you a little bit more about what Choupo-Moting brings to the team in a moment. But on the Mane-Sane thing, I mean, how has it played out in the dressing room since that altercation in the dressing room? It was only a week ago.
Well, honestly, no one has expected that behavior from Sadio Mane, and you have to know we have covered that Sadio Mane transfer from the very beginning last year, and it was a superstar transfer. We haven't expected that Bayern would be able to transfer Sadio Mane, and we see here in Germany the Sadio Mane from Liverpool. We still want to see the Sadio Mane from Jürgen Klopp times. But right now, this is not the Sadio Mane from Liverpool. And you can really see that the injury from him right in front of the World Cup in Qatar, that has done something with him. He has not that speed. He's not very good in dribblings, in tacklings. His body language is very negative. It's not that happy guy. And the situation with Leroy Sane, that was a shock for the bosses, for the teammates, and my clear information is that he's seen very critically inside from now because of his performances and because of that behavior. And I can also tell you that a lot of players, and I have talked to a lot of players on the phone, they have distanced themselves from Mane. So I really have to say, and this is my clear information, that he's a candidate for sale in summer. He has a high salary, and it will be very difficult to sell him in summer. But I also hear that Thomas Tuchel has no real plans to work with him in the next season.
Let's talk about the game then tomorrow night. 3-0 the scoreline. It looks extremely difficult for Bayern Munich. But some good news. Former Stoke City striker Eric Choupo-Moting is back, the leading scorer in all competitions this season. How does that change the dynamic of that attack? Because at the Etihad, they really struggled for goals.
Maybe, as you know, Bayern Munich has a big striker problem. Eric-Maxim Choupo-Moting, he's the big hope for the club, and I think that he will start. He had problems with his neck and with his knee. He's not that 20 years young. He's in my age. So I think he's not the 100% player right now, but I also expect him to start maybe for 60-70 minutes. He's very important with his physically strength, and he can score goals, he has a good header, and Bayern Munich hasn't that player profile in the current squad. This is why Bayern Munich, they need a striker, they are searching for a striker, and they have to invest a lot of money. And Eric-Maxim Choupo-Moting, he will still be in the squad, he has extended his contract. He's one of the best players this season, and no one has expected that.
It seems because of the season there could be a lot of personnel changes in the summer. You've spoken about Sadio Mane. What about Ryan Gravenberch? Because some talk that Liverpool are interested in him again and the possibility of that transfer.
Yeah, I know that it's a big topic in UK, and we have also the information that he's absolutely on the list of Arsenal. Difficult to estimate the temperature with Liverpool, but Liverpool is interested. My clear information from the Bayern board a few days ago is that he's definitely not for sale. They want to work with Gravenberch. They have invested a lot of money in summer and a lot of time to get him from Ajax Amsterdam. He's a super talent, but he needs to improve. if you go to Bayern Munich, you have to know that there's Kimmich, that there's Goretzka. Then they have signed Konrad Laimer. He's an Austrian national. He will come on free deal from Salzburg. Difficult situation for Gravenberch, but honestly, I'm wondering about rumors about Arsenal and Liverpool, but because where will he play there? And I can't imagine that he will be a regular starter from day one in Arsenal or in Liverpool. But right now, I would say he will stay for 100% at Bayern Munich.
What about the situation? We've been talking about Chelsea going into a similarly difficult task tonight against Real Madrid to overturn that deficit. But obviously we know that Julian Nagelsmann, manager here until not that long ago, has spoken with representatives of Chelsea for the first time. What's your understanding of that situation?
Bayern is waiting for the final call from Chelsea. They didn't get a call from Bowley or from someone else so far. I think he's on the list, and I had a call with some guys around Nagelsmann in the last couple of days. They told me the poker is still ongoing. They didn't confirm to me that he has been at Chelsea in the last couple of days or that he will be there in the next days. So very, very difficult situation. All I can say is he's still in talks with Chelsea, but for me the temperature is that it's not hot. I think it will take time that they will make it a 100% decision. And I also got the information 2 days ago that he's on the shortlist of Real Madrid because, as you know, the management of Nagelsmann is very close to Real Madrid because of Toni Kroos. And we hear that the future of Carlo Ancelotti is very uncertain. If he wins the Champions League, he is likely to stay. If he doesn't win the Champions League, the situation could change. And if they would sack Ancelotti, and that's not right clear at the situation, then Nagelsmann could become a topic at Real Madrid. So I think it's an open situation, but to my understanding, it's not very, very advanced with Chelsea right now.
Just finally, let's talk about the manager here then, Thomas Tuchel, and the challenges he's faced. How have you seen him settle in here? What are the big challenges that he's got to sort out to get Bayern Munich back to where they should be? Because they are still leading Bundesliga. They are reached the Champions League quarter-final, but the fans here have not been happy, have they, with what they've seen this year?
Honestly, I hear a lot of positive things about Thomas Tuchel also in the background. It's a very, very difficult situation for Bayern Munich right now. It's burning inside, in the stadium, around the team. The people are very unsatisfied, and it was a very unpopular decision to sack Julian Nagelsmann, but I think it was the right decision because there has happened so much in the background, so it was the right decision to separate from Julian Nagelsmann. Thomas Tuchel has a very good standing. He's a very good way to talk to the players. The people and the players, they like his training sessions. The motivation is high to work with Thomas Tuchel, and this is untypically for Bayern Munich. They are speaking about Thomas Tuchel very positive despite of the 0-3 against Man City. I think he's the right coach, but it was the most difficult situation to take over here at Bayern Munich. In the next days, the bosses will sit together with Thomas Tuchel to speak about the next season, about names, about positions, and he has to become the most powerful man here at Bayern Munich because they said, okay, Thomas, we want you, and now they have him.
Lovely. Florian, thank you very much for sharing it with us. Florian Plettenberg, as you got the sense there, very well connected here at Bayern Munich.